So you know it's Ray Moon and I'm fucking with Progress Report. Shout out Progress Report. The North Side way.
The Swift Master.
The Progress Report.
Well, what's going on? It's your girl, Lalaa Shepard. This is the Progress Report on the go. I'm super excited about this interview, you know, because my man Chris Beats, he told me about you a long time ago, but I'm real observant. I'm like, well, we're going to keep running to each other, and I just wanted to wait until the time was right, and I feel like the time is now. So introduce yourself to the world. Who are you?
I'm Ray Moon. I'm the next. I'm the now. Yeah.
Where you from?
Originally New York, but raised in Atlanta, the North Side.
What part of New York, though?
Queens. Queens in LA. The North. No, look, LA. Atlanta.
Gotcha.
I be in LA a lot too. I just came back from LA yesterday. I was there for one day. Had a meeting.
I fuck with LA. I actually lived in Queens myself. I went to St. John's for a year.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Tell me about your Queens experience, your Queens, New York, and how old were you, like, when you was, living there?
I left New York when I was 10.
Oh, shit. Okay.
10, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've always gone back and forth. After New York, I moved to Florida. Stayed there for like 3 years. Then I moved to Atlanta. In middle school and high school, I was in Atlanta on the North Side. Yep.
Moving during, like, middle school, is that difficult for you, or?
Yeah, I went to 8 different high schools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I adapt easy.
Okay.
Because I've never been settled.
Mm.
So in my childhood, moving a lot, it helped me out in the long run because I can adapt to any situation. I can adapt to any environment fast.
True.
So I guess it, in the long run, it helps.
Makes sense.
Mm.
How long have you been doing music?
Since I was like 16.
Okay.
So about like 7 years.
So I did see a video, though. I think it was like 6 years old. You already know what video I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But I just go to say that, that's dope, though, that you've been consistent and persistent, like, with the music shit, because it's a journey, you know what I mean?
I was trash, man. But I mean, like, at that time, like when you listen to a song now and then listen to it like 10 years later, like at that time it was cool at that time.
For sure.
Then it's like, oh bro, that shit is ass. Like I feel like every song has like their moments. Like if I play, I'm not gonna name, I'm just not even gonna do it. But if I play certain people's songs now, it's like, bro, that shit is ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Well, talk about you just discovering that you had a voice, though. Like, when did you realize that you had, like, talent and that you can put words together to actually make songs?
Well, I used to write poetry before I did music. I used to have a diary as well. So I used to write a lot. I used to be going through shit in my childhood, and I felt like I didn't have nobody to talk to for real. So I used to write a lot to myself, and then I go back and read and look and see, like, how I felt at this time and this date. I always used to put the date and the time of how I was feeling.
For sure.
I wish I fucking knew where that diary was. I think it's at my aunt's house. But, yeah, I wrote poetry first. When I first started rapping, it was basically me finding myself. I didn't know that I had a voice when I first started doing this shit. I just knew that I could write and that I could line emotions up good with what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm better off as writing how I feel than telling you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was doing poetry, I was writing, and my voice, when I knew I had a voice when I first started doing this shit, for real. And I just started playing with my voice probably like 2 years ago. I realized I had 20 different sounds I could do with my voice. I actually have a song called Ray Moon, and it's just me saying my name. But every time I say my name, it's a different tone, a different voice.
Wow.
So I have like real high and it go real low. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely heard some tracks that you played at the studio for me yesterday, and I was definitely impressed. You know, I liked how you were open with your music and you weren't afraid to play around with your voice. You know what I mean? I could appreciate that, and you was real detailed with the production that you chose.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So talk about just selecting production and beats and stuff like that, and like when you were doing poetry, were you just doing it like a cappella in a sense, or how did that work?
When I was doing poetry, it was just me. I wasn't going to like talent shows or nothing. It was just me rhyming and putting it together. I never really recited it for anybody besides like my aunt, and like I let one of my friends get my diary for real because I saw she was going through some shit, so she was just reading that I could relate to her. You know what I'm saying? But I never did stand up, poetry and shit. Nah, but yeah, that never was. I always just did the music. I like a lot of painful beats. I like a lot of pop beats. To me, painful beats, it's like when I'm going through depression or where I'm hurt, I make the best music for some reason.
So, depression, you just brought up a, important point. So you say you go through that currently, or?
Well, right now, no.
Okay.
I'm actually, like, doing way better now.
For sure.
Was I going through depression? Yes. I was going through a deep depression. I was very, very, very depressed. And I have a song called Dear Depression. That actually was supposed to come out before the next single, Shy, that's coming out. But hopefully it gets to come out. I've been making so much fucking music. I don't know if half the songs that I make is ever going to come out. But
yeah.
I'm a songwriter, so I know I can shop them. Like, hey, you could take this
True.
for the right price.
True.
You did.
All right. So did that, neck tattoo that says speak kind of have anything to do with the depression thing, or?
Yeah, you have a voice. When I put on my vocal, you have a voice, so speak. A lot of people have voices and they don't speak. They too afraid, they too shy, they feel like nobody will listen. They feel like nobody will believe them. And I've went through certain shit where I felt like people won't believe me, people won't, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And I had to grow into myself and grow into just life and just know like, yo, you only have one life. You better fucking speak.
That's
you better
right.
if you want to eat, you better say that you're hungry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to speak. And I feel like it's very important for people to speak. And you know what I'm saying? You have one life. Like, it's so much crazy shit that's going on in this fucking world. You have to put a mark on this fucking, on your time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Speak.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And
This
so-
means a lot to me right now. I recently got this probably like 6 months ago.
Word. And salute Mr. Nipsey Hussle, too.
Word. Rest in peace to Nipsey. Crazy ass day. He just passed away
Yeah.
yesterday. Lauren London. My condolences goes out to their family. Been playing him all day. Like, it's just crazy. It's just so much going on right now. The energy. I don't know what's wrong with this energy in 2019, but it's just so much shit, dog. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta really be mentally prepared for this year, because this year is really draining, for real.
For sure. Just speaking of just being mentally prepared, what's some steps and things that you do just to, stay mentally focused?
Well, it's crazy. I really barely get sleep. Like, I got fucking bags in my eyes. Like, I'm one of them motherfuckers. Like, I just came from Florida a couple days ago, right? Drove 6 hours back. Didn't even go to the crib and sleep, take a nap or nothing. Went straight to the studio. I had a flight the next morning. Was in the studio till 6 o'clock in the morning. Took catch an 8 o'clock flight. Then had a meeting with Epic. Ooh, I don't know if I was supposed to say that name.
Just say you had a meeting.
Yeah, I had a meeting, right? Went straight to the meeting. Went home, took a shower, cause my mom lives in LA as well. Even though the record label booked the flight and the hotel, I didn't stay at the hotel because they booked the hotel in Santa Monica where my mom lived.
Oh,
and I wanted to see my mom, so I stayed with my mom and shit. But yeah, I'm one of the people that really don't really sleep as much because I feel like I've always got to go. I feel like nobody can outwork me. I feel like once I sleep, that's the time somebody else is one-upping me. And I can't. This is the reason why you see the bags in my eyes and, yo, Ray, you push yourself too much, yo, Ray. Like, no. What is enough? What's enough to you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
that shit ain't enough. And I feel like it's not enough hours in a day. 24 hours go by like this.
I agree.
It's the next day like fast as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I agree. Well, let's talk about some characteristics of an Aquarius. That's your sign, right?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about an Aquarius.
Oh, loving, caring. I won't even really say I'm emotional because I'm really not emotional. Okay. I just have feelings. You
That's
feel me?
Funny.
I have feelings. And I feel like I'm bipolar a little bit. But I get over shit fast as fuck. Like fast. Like you would think it's scary how fast I could get over somebody. Like fast. I don't really cry as much. And it's crazy because I don't really cry over funerals and shit. It's weird. Like you would think. I don't. I mourn in a different way. I mourn in like going harder. Like I don't really like sit and cry and shit. It's weird. I actually went to therapy about that shit. About being more emotional and crying. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel those certain emotions. But I don't know. I feel those emotions. Like I get sad. I get depressed. But I don't. Like you won't see me crying about shit a lot. Like, I'm not gonna sit and mope. I cry when need to be. Like it'll be certain times where I just like break down and shit, but it's rare. So, and I don't cry around people unless I really like fuck with you or trust you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's weird for somebody to just be crying around me, and I don't really know you like that.
I dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what would you think, Johnny? Like, am I emotional?
No.
I'm not.
Your own way. You keep it bottled in till it's too late. Well, not too late until you fed up with it. Like you can't take it no more.
Then
it's
I
like
just
with
crash.
sleep. You cannot sleep for so long, but one day you're gonna crash.
Yeah.
Releases her pain through her music. If you listen to her music, you feel a lot of her emotions. I feel like that's the way she got so many different tones.
True.
So many,
I have a lot of different
that's her
personalities.
way of expressing herself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, my pain is definitely through my music. My tones, my deep tones, the painful shit. That's really what it. Can you make that hookah?
I don't want to be loud.
Oh no, but yeah, like music helps me a lot.
What do you think people interpret, or what do you want people to interpret when they hear your music?
I feel like you could interpret a lot of different things. Every song sounds different. Every song is a different mood. I don't write anymore, so when I come into the studio, it's more of my mood. How do I feel that day? Which is my therapy. It's like, how do you feel, Raymond? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I feel this way. Okay, so I'm going to pick a beat of my emotion. And that beat is going to make everyone in this room feel exactly how I feel. Because when the song is done, you're going to feel either sad as fuck, or you're going to feel hype, or you're going to feel like you want to go to the club, or you're going to feel like you're in a movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I work. I don't write. And when I do write, it's when I'm writing like 4 bars or something for a verse when I find the beat. But I don't sit at home and write no more.
Respect. Now, speaking of just working on music, you've been at Deathstar Studios a lot lately. So talk about some of the people that's been, working with you on a music tip and who's been giving you the most inspiration and why.
Well, first of all, I fuck with Deathstar Studios. They fuck with me the long way. I fuck with Chella, Dunn, Tennessee, Chris. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, everybody in here has showed the most love. Like, Lit, Mel, my engineer. Mel fucking work he stay up here with me all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? All night. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. And they fuck with me hard. So, I'm always gonna have respect for Deathstar Studios.
Got you. Are you currently signed, or what's your affiliation with, I see you got a picture with Drake. So what's your situation as far as your music and stuff?
The situation is coming soon.
True. Respect. All right. So, what does Ray Moon mean to the universe?
Damn. To the universe. Ray Moon is something special, dog. And I don't even mean to say that because it's me. It's just, I'm very, like, I'm a person that you probably want to hang out with. I'm very humble. You could talk to me. I'm very friendly as well. Like, you know, a lot of people, they come like, yo, you cool as fuck. I'm like, oh, did you expect me to be me? Like, none of this shit really mean, the people I know, my affiliations, that really doesn't mean nothing to me. I could see a person on the street that's homeless and still say what's up and still sit with him and talk to him just like if I was talking to Drake. I feel like what we get fucked up is looking at these people's ranks. Because just say Instagram. Oh, because she has 1 million followers on Instagram, you give her more respect than a person in real life that has businesses and stuff, but this person only has 100 followers on Instagram. Like, we use like rankings, you know what I'm saying? But we're all human. We all have feelings. We all have emotions. And I look at everybody and feel the same way about everybody, just like if I was to do a fucking Drake or a homeless person on the street. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where people get it fucked up. The social media shit and the followers and this. We get it misconstrued that we're still all humans and we still have feelings and people still need to talk and people still gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just how I think. And so that's why I will always remain humble. I will always talk to you if you come up to me and say, hey, what's up? Like, you know, that's just always going to be me. And that's a part of my character. And my character means a lot to me. And that's something that will never break or never fold. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's who Raymond is.
Respect. What does your name mean, or how'd you get it?
Well, Ray, that's what my family calls me, Ray. Because of my real name. And then the moon is actually funny. I was just walking out the studio. My producer at the time was like, it was a full moon. And he was like, Ray. And then he said moon. I don't know. It's so fucking weird. But ever since then, the next time I was to the studio, I just cut everything that I was saying before. Because my name used to be the real Rachel Marie. Cut that shit and just went with Ray Moon. It's not no like crazy story. It's just something that stuck with me when he said it, and it was the perfect time of saying it, and it just stuck with me.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Well, our final question. You know, the show is called The Progress Report. We talk about growth and getting better and all that good stuff. So what does the word progress mean to Ray Moon?
Progress means when you look back and saw where you were, then you look now and see what was your progress. Like, how'd you get there? Is it progress? Do you hear growth? You know what I'm saying? If you're not making any progress, if you're not making no growth, that means you're not learning. You're not expanding your brain. You're stuck. You know, a lot of people in the studio, even older motherfuckers, OGs that do this shit, they're stuck. They have to fucking record and go out and do the same fucking song every fucking time they fucking go out and do it, because they can't make another fucking hit. You know why? Because they're stuck. They don't want to listen to the youngins. You know, they want to keep doing things the same way. So that being said, they're not making any progress. They're going to still keep singing those songs. And for me, I ask people in the studio, what do y'all think about this? Okay, everybody listen. And motherfuckers that don't even know nothing about music. But you know what? They're a listener. They still know what they like to hear. They don't got to know what, you know what I'm saying, how to make a song. They still know what they like to hear. They still know, like, when this comes on, will they turn up to it? Will they sit down and be like, ugh, like, turn the shit off? So I take everyone's opinion, whether it's bad or good. Like, you know, I'm good with feedback. So, yeah.
Respect. Well, anything else you want your fans and listeners to know?
Shy is coming out April 19th, next single. And the video is fucking crazy. My name is Ray Moon. You're going to see a lot of this pretty face. Yeah. This big old hair and these big old lips and these tattoos and these fucking nails. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm out.
Wednesday at 9. Tune in every time. We don't do no cap. Report only facts. Progress report. We got the news, new interviews. We got the stats. Keep it a rack. Come join the pack. Know where we at. Wednesday at 9. Tune in every time. We don't do no cap. Report only facts.